Welcome to another episode of Terry's Notes, and today we are going to be looking at the June 2015 paper, question 1, right? Okay, so the first part, they said using a calculator or otherwise determine the exact value of, and they have 2 2/5 minus 1 1/3 plus 3 1/2, right? Now, when you have a situation like this where you have addition and subtraction, what you can do is simply use the calculator as is and enter this information, right? So let's see how we do this. So I'm going to use a calculator that has fractions in it. So 2 2/5 minus 1 1/3 plus 3 1/2, and that gives me 4 and 17 over 30. Right, now I'm just going to do it another way. Let's double check that answer. Right, so we get 4 and 17 over 30. Now, in the second part, we have we have 4.14 divided by 5.75 in brackets plus 1.62 squared. Now, whenever you have brackets first, I'm sure some of you may have seen this before. BOMDAS. Right? Whenever you have to calculate something and you have brackets, division, addition, there's an order in which you should do things. So we should always do the brackets first. If we see off, as in the word off, we do that after. Then we do multiplication. So we multiply, followed by division, then addition, and then subtraction. Right? You're going to see different variations of this. Different teachers teach it differently. They might see BOD, MAS, but just know that we always do brackets first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to work out 4.14 divided by 5.75, and that gives me 0.72, right? So this is the first, this part here, this brackets. And then we're going to add that to, we need to work out 1.62 squared. And that gives me 2.6244. And then we do the addition. 0.72 plus 2.6244. And that gives me 3.3444. Right? Now it's very easy, even though you're using a calculator, it's very easy to type the wrong thing. So I would suggest that you always double check your answer. So I'm just going to do a quick check here. Plus brackets. Right, so the answer is 3.3444. All right. Now in the third part, we have straight multiplication. So we have 2 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by 1.25. So it's 2 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by 1.25. and that gives me 7.855. Okay, and we have another one here, part 4, which is the square root of 2.89 multiplied by tan 45. So we can work out the square root first. Square root of 2.89, and that gives me 1.7 multiplied by tan 45. So we type tan 45, we get 1. So therefore this will give me 1.7. Right? Now in part B, I've had students ask me to show them how to work this problem. Okay, so we have the table below shows the shopping bill prepared by Mrs. Rowe. The prices of some items are missing. So we look at the shopping bill. So you have the items and we have the unit cost. When they say unit cost, they mean cost per kg in this case, because we have the amount of kilograms of sugar, amount of kilograms of rice. So when they say unit cost, they mean the cost of 1 kilogram, and this is the total price. So therefore, let's take this for example. We have 2 kilograms of flour. The unit cost was 160, and therefore the total cost price should be 2 multiplied by 1.60, and we will get 320. So the relationship between this column and this column is that to get the total price column, we take the item and multiply by the unit cost price. Okay, so calculate the value of x. First part of 1 kilogram of sugar. So we want to get this. Now we know that 3 kilogram of sugar is the actual statement that I would probably write in an exam. 3 kilogram of sugar costs 1080. Right? Therefore, 1 kilogram of sugar costs, what you have to do is take the 1, simply a cross multiply I'm doing. So it's 1 multiplied by 10.80 all over 3, and that'll give me 10.8 divided by 3, and that gives me $3.60. So this will be $3.60. So that is the cost of 1 kilogram of sugar. So therefore this is $3.60 is the value for x. Right? Let's look at the part 2. It said if the cost price of 1 kilogram of rice is 80 cents more than the price of 1 kilogram of sugar. So what is the price of 1 kilogram of flour? Let's go back one step here, right? So 1 kilogram of sugar is, flour, right? $1.60, right? So flour, say 1 kilogram cost 160, yeah, cost us $1.60. Okay, and they come and they tell you for rice, 1 kilogram of rice is 80 cents more than, so 1 kg of rice will be 160 plus 80 cents, right? That is 0.8, and that will give me, so 1.6 plus 0.8 gives me $2.40. Right, so this is $2.40 for the price of 1 kilogram of rice, right? And so the cost price of 1 kilogram of rice is 80% more than the price of 1 kilogram of flour, right? So we have the unit price for rice. Now we want the value of y and z. What is y and z? So y is the unit cost price for rice, which is what we just worked out. So this here is the value for Y, right? That's the unit price for rice. And then in the case of, we have to find Z. So she bought 4 kilograms of rice. So therefore, Z will be 4, because she bought 4 kilograms, multiplied by $2.40. Right? So 240 multiplied by 4, and that gives me $9.60. Right? Third part, a tax of 10% of the total cost price of the 3 items is added to Mrs. Rowe bill. What is her total bill, including the tax? All right, so let's look and see. So Z is 960, right? So Z is 960. Right, so this column here represents how much she spent. So what we need to do is to find the total amount she spent, which is 1080 plus 960 plus $3.20. So her total bill will be 10.8 plus 9.6 plus 3.2, and that gives me $23.60. Right, so this is $23.60. So let me go back here. So $23.60 is how much her bill is, right? We haven't applied the taxes yet. So now they said she's taxed at 10%. So therefore we need to find out what the tax is. So we have to take 10% and multiply by $23.60. Right? Which is, when people see 10%, they don't know what to do, right? 10% is the same as 10 over 100, or 0.1. And we multiply by 2360, and that is equal to $2.36. So the tax is $2.36. So therefore the total amount that she is going to pay, so a total bill, which includes the tax, will be the $23.60 that we just worked out, plus the tax, which is $2.36, and that will give us 2.36 plus, that'll give us 25.96. 0.96. Right, so that is a total bill including tax.